When the Texas power grid collapsed during the 2021 winter storm, families were found burning their own furniture just to survive. Homes lost heat within hours. People tore apart their walls, their beds, anything they could find to keep from freezing. Now imagine that happening to you this winter. What if the grid fails and you're left in the dark with temperatures plummeting by the minute? FEMA just updated their cold weather survival checklist, and it's not what most people expect. We're talking about 9 essential items that could mean the difference between comfort and catastrophe, plus 3 bonus tools that completely transform your winter preparedness. And here's the thing, these aren't expensive prepper fantasies, they're practical, affordable items you might already own or can get without breaking the bank. Welcome to Food Decider, where we break down the knowledge you need to stay safe, prepared, and in control. If you want to protect your family this winter, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because what we're covering today could literally save your life when temperatures drop and the power dies. Let's start with something most people don't realize until it's too late. When the power grid fails, your home becomes an icebox faster than you think. We're not talking about a minor inconvenience here. During recent blackouts in Texas and across the Midwest, temperatures inside homes dropped so rapidly that blankets and candles offered almost no protection. The real danger isn't just being uncomfortable. It's hypothermia, mental confusion, and a slow decline in both morale and physical health that can turn deadly. Here's the critical mindset shift you need to make right now. Survival isn't about trying to heat your entire house. That's impossible without power. It's about keeping your body warm, your mind sharp, and your immediate environment secure. Focus on heating yourself, not your square footage. This changes everything about how you prepare. So let's talk about FEMA's first line of defense, and this one surprises people. Most folks dismiss battery-powered heat devices as gimmicks or toys, but in a blackout situation, they become absolute game changers. We're talking about rechargeable hand warmers, battery-heated vests, and even heating adapters designed for power tool batteries. These devices are specifically engineered to keep your core temperature stable. Think about it this way. Instead of wasting energy trying to warm an entire room, you're delivering targeted heat directly to your chest, your back, your hands, the places that matter most. These devices are small, targeted, and scalable. One fully charged pack can provide hours of heat, and you can rotate it among family members. Unlike burning furniture or lighting candles, battery-powered heat is completely safe. No smoke, no carbon monoxide, and 0 fire risk. Here's how to use them effectively. Stock up on rechargeable warmers and keep extra battery packs charged and ready. Consider investing in a heated vest for extended warmth. These can run for 6 to 8 hours on a single charge. And here's a pro tip. Use these devices under your blankets. This stretches battery life significantly because you're trapping the heat instead of letting it dissipate into cold air. Remember, survival is about heating yourself, not your square footage. Now let's talk about blankets, because not all blankets are created equal. Those soft fleece throws might look cozy on your couch, but they're nearly useless when the temperature drops and the grid fails. FEMA specifically recommends blankets that trap and hold heat. We're talking heavy wool, military-grade synthetics, or rugged thermal layers. These are what we call fortress blankets. A fortress blanket does way more than keep you warm at night. It can serve as ground cover to prevent heat loss through your floors. It can block drafts from windows and doors. It can even be used to section off a room to conserve heat in a smaller space. The dense weave of these blankets captures pockets of warm air, providing insulation that actually lasts. When the grid fails, your blanket becomes your armor. Choose substance over style every single time. Here's something else most people overlook. Your windows are the biggest enemy in a winter blackout. Glass panes leak heat rapidly, turning your home into an icebox. Insulated window shields, heavy coverings, multi-layer barriers are absolutely essential for blocking heat loss and stopping icy drafts from penetrating your space. The old school methods actually work best here. Quilts, blankets, even layers of newspaper sandwiched between cloth and glass. The Department of Energy has confirmed that insulated window covers can reduce heat loss by up to 40%. 40%! That's massive. You can use blankets, foam boards, or reflective insulation. Create panels out of cardboard and cloth for extra protection. But here's the key. Fortify your windows before the blackout hits. Don't wait until you're already freezing. Think defense first. Protect the glass and you protect your body. Now we're moving into what I call independent survival systems. Ways to generate heat, cook food, and create light without depending on the grid at all. When the grid goes down, fuel-powered radiant heaters become your best friend. We're talking propane, kerosene, or catalytic heaters. These are staples in emergency shelters for a reason. They provide infrared warmth that heats your body directly, not just the air around you. This is far more efficient and effective than convection heating. But these heaters require careful, intelligent use. You absolutely must ensure proper ventilation. Never run them in a completely sealed room. Keep all flammable materials away from the heat source and choose models with built-in safety features like oxygen depletion sensors and tip-over shutoffs. Stock extra fuel before winter hits and learn how to use your heater properly before disaster strikes. In a blackout, off-grid heat isn't a luxury, it's survival. Let's talk about food, because this is where people make fatal mistakes. Hunger in emergencies is insidious. It doesn't just make you uncomfortable, it weakens you physically and mentally, making it exponentially harder to stay warm. Your body needs calories to generate heat. Without food, your core temperature drops faster, and you can't think clearly enough to make good survival decisions. FEMA emphasizes the absolute need for shelf-stable survival meals, freeze-dried packs, MREs, meals ready to eat, and high-calorie ration bars. These kits don't require refrigeration or cooking. Some can be eaten straight from the bag, while others need only a splash of water. With shelf lives of up to 25 years, they're a reliable lifeline when grocery shelves are empty and your kitchen is dead. Focus on protein-heavy pouches and calorie-rich bars. Rotate your stock annually to keep everything fresh. Store some in a go bag near your front door and keep others in your basement or emergency closet. Emergency food isn't about gourmet taste. It's about energy and survival, plain and simple. Now, when the lights go out, most people immediately reach for flashlights and start draining their phone batteries. But these power sources run out fast. Here's where old-school technology proves its worth. Kerosene lamps. A quality kerosene lamp offers steady, long-lasting light 10 to 20 hours on a single fill. They also provide a small but meaningful amount of warmth, and you can even use them to heat up small meals or water. Safety is crucial with any open flame. Keep lamps away from curtains and flammable materials. Make sure the area is properly ventilated. Store fuel safely in approved containers away from living spaces. But here's what people don't talk about. A steady lamp flame cuts through psychological darkness. It keeps morale intact while you wait for daylight or rescue. Never underestimate the mental component of survival. When your kitchen dies, a survival-grade multi-fuel stove becomes indispensable. These stoves can run on propane, kerosene, butane, white gas, or even twigs and small branches. They're compact, portable, and specifically designed for extreme conditions. FEMA recommends non-electric cooking sources because hot food boosts morale and keeps you fighting. Cold food drains hope and energy faster than you'd believe. Choose a stove that accepts multiple fuel types. This gives you flexibility when one fuel source runs out. Learn to use it safely with proper ventilation before you're in an emergency situation. Keep extra fuel on hand and store it properly. Don't wait until you're shivering over uncooked rations to figure this out. Fire keeps you alive, both physically and mentally. All right, let's move into some advanced protection strategies that take your winter survival system to the next level. Thermal insulated bottles are way more than trendy accessories. A double-wall, vacuum-sealed stainless steel thermos can keep boiling water hot for hours, even overnight. This means you have a portable source of warmth and hydration long after the blackout begins. Here's an old-school trick that actually works. Tuck a hot water bottle into your bed covers for hours of steady, passive warmth. Thermal bottles also prevent liquids from freezing, ensuring you always have drinkable water or hot broth available. Dehydration and cold stress are silent threats that creep up on you silently. A sip of hot liquid can restore circulation and core temperature almost instantly. Keep these bottles filled with hot water before a blackout hits. Use them for both drinking and as portable heat sources. This simple tool protects you on multiple fronts. When the cold gets truly vicious, your core temperature is what matters most. Chemical warmers, rechargeable heat patches, and adhesive strips are small but incredibly powerful. Place them on your chest, lower back, or over your kidneys to keep vital organs warm. This isn't about comfort, it's about interrupting the slide toward hypothermia. Emergency shelters have documented that families with access to body warmers stay healthier and avoid serious cold-related illness. Stock up on both chemical and rechargeable warmers. Stash them in emergency kits throughout your house and use them strategically. Focus on protecting your core, not just your extremities. Body warmers are survival tools, not luxuries. Here's our first bonus item: emergency hand and foot warmers. Your fingers, toes, and nose are the first parts of your body to suffer in extreme cold. Emergency hand and foot warmers are small, lightweight, and can provide hours of targeted heat. Some are reactive
activatable and last up to 12 hours per use. Cold extremities don't just hurt, they weaken you physically and mentally. When your fingers are numb, you can't grip tools, cook food, or perform basic survival tasks. When your toes are frozen, walking becomes dangerous. Frostbite can turn a survivable night into a medical emergency. Keep extras in your emergency bag and in your car. Rotate your stock annually. Combine these warmers with heavy socks, insulated gloves, and layered clothing. They prevent cold from gaining the upper hand, especially when layered with your core protection strategies. Bonus item number 2, a compact solar battery charger. In a blackout, your phone is more than a convenience. It's a genuine lifeline. A compact solar battery charger ensures you can power communication devices, flashlights, and even small heaters for multiple days without grid power. Modern solar chargers are small, foldable, and work even on cloudy days. Paired with multiple battery packs, they provide continuous, renewable energy. Pair your solar chargers with multiple batteries and USB hubs for maximum efficiency.
Limit non-essential device use during blackouts. Save your power for emergency calls and critical information. Charge devices before nightfall and rotate batteries to keep something always ready. Isolation is a hidden danger in winter emergencies. A charged phone keeps you connected to emergency services, real-time weather updates, and family members. Don't underestimate how important this psychological connection becomes when you're trapped in the cold and dark. Bonus item number 3, emergency shelter materials. When your home loses heat, you can't warm the whole structure, but you can warm a single room. Emergency shelter materials, thick tarps, heavy-duty plastic sheeting, rope, duct tape, collapsible poles allow you to create microenvironments that trap heat and block drafts. Hang tarps to create temporary walls inside your home. Drape plastic sheets over windows for an extra insulation layer. Build a small tent-like structure inside your living area. With fortress blankets and body warmers inside this protected space, you create a thermal pocket specifically designed for survival. These improvised insulation methods actually work. They focus heat where you need it most, extending survival time even in prolonged blackouts. Include tarps, rope, and duct tape in your emergency kit. Keep foldable poles for instant setup. Train your entire household to deploy these shelter materials quickly before hypothermia sets in. Practice this when you're not in an emergency so everyone knows their role. Here's how all 12 items work together as an integrated system. Start with body warmers and thermal bottles to protect your core temperature. Add fortress blankets and window shields to insulate your environment and stop heat loss. Use fuel-powered heaters and multi-fuel stoves for direct warmth and hot food. Keep emergency meal kits and water supplies ready for sustained energy. Ensure reliable lighting and communication with oil lamps and solar chargers. Prepare shelter materials to create protective microclimates when heating your whole house becomes impossible. This isn't random gear, it's a layered defense system. Each item supports the others. Each layer adds another barrier between you and the deadly cold outside. And don't forget, survival isn't just physical, it's mental. Darkness, hunger, and cold can erode morale and discipline faster than anything else. Steady light keeps fear at bay, hot food maintains hope, reliable communication prevents the crushing isolation that breaks people down. Keep spirits high and minds sharp, and you dramatically increase your odds of making it through intact. Don't wait for the first snowstorm or blackout to start preparing. Stock up on these essentials now, while stores are stocked and you have time to think clearly. Train your household in emergency procedures. Run drills. Make sure everyone knows where the supplies are and how to use them. Rotate your supplies annually. Check batteries. Replace expired food. Refresh fuel stocks. The items FEMA recommends are affordable, practical, and often already hiding somewhere in your home. Winter's bite is relentless, but with the right preparation, you can face it head-on without fear. FEMA's checklist is a blueprint for survival, built on decades of experience and real-world disasters. By focusing on core warmth, reliable food and water, safe lighting, and layered insulation, you transform your home from a vulnerable target into a fortress against the cold. Remember, survival isn't about fighting the elements with brute force. It's about smart, strategic defense. Heat yourself, not your entire house. Insulate your environment with multiple layers of protection. Stay connected to the outside world. With these tools and tactics in place, you'll be ready for whatever winter throws your way. Start building your winter survival system today. Don't wait for the first blackout to realize you're unprepared. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss life-saving information from Food Decider. Stay prepared, stay warm, and stay in control this winter. Your family's safety depends on the decisions you make right now, before the next storm hits.